Everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Close your eyes if you want to, because today we are going inside a child's mind. Picture this. A newborn baby girl opens her eyes for the first time. The world is blurry and bright, and somewhere deep inside her head a tiny glowing figure appears. She's made of pure golden light, like a firefly that just learned how to dance. That's Joy. And she has no idea what she's doing, but she's absolutely thrilled to be here. This is Inside Out, Pixar's 2015 masterpiece, and in this audio recap, I'm going to take you on a journey through the mind of an 11-year-old girl named Riley. Through her happiest memories, her deepest sadness, and the imaginary friend who will absolutely break your heart. So find a comfortable spot, put on your headphones, and let me tell you the complete story of Inside Out. Full spoilers ahead, and yes, you might want a tissue nearby. Let's start at the very beginning. Riley is born, and the first emotion to arrive inside her mind is joy. Imagine a woman made of sparkling yellow light with short blue hair that looks like it was cut by a toddler. She glows when she moves. Her voice is warm and fast, like a mom who's had too much coffee, but in the best way. She looks around headquarters, which is this circular room with a giant window looking out onto Riley's eyes. They can see everything Riley sees. Headquarters itself feels like a spaceship control room from the 1970s. All buttons, levers, and glowing screens. In the center is a memory console. Every time Riley has an experience, the emotions can press buttons to create a memory orb. These orbs are the size of a baseball and glow in different colors depending on which emotion made them. Now, Joy is in charge, and she loves it. But then Riley cries for the first time and a second emotion appears: sadness. Imagine a small, hunched-over woman with blue skin, thick black glasses, and a cozy gray sweater that looks like it smells like rain. She speaks slowly, softly, and honestly. Everything she says feels heavy, but not in a bad way. She just feels. Over the next few years, more emotions show up. Fear arrives. Picture a tall, lanky man with enormous eyes and wearing a bow tie. He screams at everything. Disgust shows up next. She's green, elegant, and looks at everything like she just smelled expired milk. And finally, anger. Imagine a tiny red brick with a unibrow, and every time he gets mad, actual steam shoots out of his ears, which is constantly. Together, they control Riley's life from headquarters, and for the first 11 years, life is good. Joy makes sure of it. We hear about Riley's core memories. These are different from regular memory orbs. They're golden, the size of a softball, and they glow so brightly you can feel their warmth. Each core memory powers an island of personality. Giant floating landmasses inside Riley's mind. There's Goofball Island, where a giant rubber chicken laughs constantly. Friendship Island, shaped like a giant sleepover pillow. Hockey Island, which smells like ice rink and echoes with the sound of skates cutting into frozen ice. Honesty Island, which looks like a courtroom, and Family Island, the biggest one. A warm, cozy home that smells like pancakes. We hear a montage of happy sounds, Riley laughing with her dad, the slap of a hockey puck against a stick, birthday candles being blown out, a family hug. Joy is in control, and Joy has a plan. But there's one problem. Joy doesn't understand sadness. Every time sadness touches a happy memory and turns it blue, Joy panics and tries to fix it. She draws a chalk circle on the floor and tells sadness to stay inside it. She calls sadness negative. She doesn't realize that sadness isn't a mistake. Sadness is essential. We just don't know it yet. Now listen carefully, because this is where everything falls apart. Riley's father gets a new job. The family has to move from Minnesota, where the air smells like pine trees and the snow crunches under your boots, to San Francisco. And San Francisco is not great. The new house smells like mold. The moving truck is late. and the only pizza place nearby serves broccoli pizza. Disgust actually gags. On Riley's first day at her new school, her teacher asks her to introduce herself. At headquarters, everyone is panicking. Joy pulls up old happy memories of Minnesota. She wants Riley to shine. But then sadness, sweet, misunderstood sadness, reaches out and touches one of those happy memories. It turns from yellow to blue. And before Joy can stop her, sadness puts that blue memory into the console. Riley stands in front of her new class, and instead of smiling, she starts crying. We hear her voice crack. She talks about how much she misses home. The classroom goes silent. The teacher doesn't know what to say. Riley runs to the bathroom. That memory becomes a core memory, but it's blue. Sadness just created the first sad core memory. Joy is horrified. That night, Joy and Sadness argue. Joy accuses Sadness of ruining everything. Sadness, in her quiet, gentle voice, says she was just trying to help. While they're arguing, the other core memories, the golden ones, are sitting in their holders at the console. A vacuum tube opens to suck old memories into long-term storage. Joy and Sadness grab onto the new blue core memory and get sucked out of headquarters. The golden core memories fall out of their holders and scatter across the floor. Without those golden orbs, the personality islands start to collapse. We hear a loud crack, then a rumble. Goofball Island, the one with the rubber chicken, breaks off from the rest of Riley's mind and falls into a black abyss. Then Friendship Island crumbles. The sound of shattering glass echoes through headquarters. Fear, disgust, and anger are left alone, and they have no idea what they're doing. Joy and Sadness land in long-term memory. Imagine a warehouse that never ends. Shelves stretch up as far as you can see and down as far as you can see. Billions of memory orbs glow in every color. Yellow, blue, purple, green, red. The air hums with the sound of forgotten thoughts. Joy is holding the blue core memory. She's determined to get back to headquarters, but she's lost, and she's stuck with Sadness, who keeps bumping into shelves and making everything blue. And then they meet Bing Bong. Let me describe Bing Bong to you. Imagine a creature made of cotton candy. Pink, soft, slightly sticky. He has the body of a cat, the trunk of an elephant, and the tail of a dolphin. He wears a little hat and sings a little song. Who's your friend who likes to play? Bing bong, bing bong. His voice is warm and slightly cracked, like a childhood toy that's been loved too hard. He speaks with a gentle, sad hope. Bing Bong is Riley's imaginary friend from when she was a toddler. But Riley is 11 now. She hasn't played with Bing Bong in years, and he knows it. Bing Bong agrees to help Joy and Sadness get back to headquarters. He leads them through Imagination Land. Let me paint that picture for you. Imagination Land smells like birthday cake and feels like a carnival. There's a French fry that speaks French, a unicorn that sings opera, a house made entirely of cards, but it's all crumbling because Riley is growing up. They take a shortcut through abstract thought. This is a dangerous place. Imagine being slowly flattened into a drawing, then a shape, then a line, then nothing. Bing Bong loses his arm. It becomes a simple line drawing, and he just ties it back on. His voice is calm, but you can hear the sadness underneath. They ride the train of thought. This is literally a train that carries Riley's thoughts. You can hear the wheels clacking on the tracks, and each train car is labeled with a different thought. I miss home. I wonder what Meg is doing. But Riley falls asleep, and the train derails. The sound of screeching metal and breaking glass fills your ears. And then we come to the memory dump. This is where memories go to die. Imagine a gray, silent pit. Nothing has color here, nothing has sound. Everything is faded and hollow. Bing Bong's rocket wagon, the one he and Riley used to ride together, is sitting at the edge of the dump. It's gray and crumbling. Joy realizes they can use the rocket wagon to launch out of the dump. Bing Bong gets in with her. Joy counts down. 3, 2, 1. And the wagon shoots upward. But it's too heavy. Bing Bong looks at his hands. They're fading. He looks at Joy, and in the softest voice you've ever heard, he says, "Take her to the moon for me." He jumps off the wagon. Joy watches him fall. Bing Bong lands in the memory dump, and as he fades away, he whispers one more time, "Who's your friend who likes to play?" Then silence. He's gone. Joy lands alone on a ledge. She's holding the blue core memory. And for the first time in her entire existence, Joy, the embodiment of happiness, starts to cry. She sits down in the corner of the dump. Everything is gray. She's given up. And then she notices something. She's sitting next to an old memory orb. It's from a hockey game when Riley was younger. Her team lost. In the memory, we hear Riley crying on the bench. Then we hear her parents' footsteps. Her dad's voice is soft. "It's okay, sweetheart." Her mom wraps an arm around her. Her teammates gather around. And then, here's the magic. The memory shifts. The crying turns into a smile, not because Riley is happy about losing, but because she's happy about being loved. The sadness brought her family closer. Joy stares at the memory, and she finally understands. Sadness isn't the enemy. Sadness is the emotion that asks for help. Sadness is what makes other people come close. Sadness is what turns a lonely loss into a shared moment of love. Without sadness, joy is just noise. With sadness, joy becomes connection. Joy wipes her tears. She stands up. She runs. At headquarters, things are a disaster. Fear, disgust, and anger have made Riley yell at her parents. They've made her ignore her friends, and now anger has installed a new button on the console. A giant red button labeled "Run Away." He's about to push it. Riley gets on a bus heading back to Minnesota. The engine rumbles, the seats squeak. She's leaving everything behind. Joy fires herself up through the tube and lands in headquarters. But she's alone. Sadness is still trapped in long-term memory. The console is dark, dead. Nothing works. Joy looks at the blue core memory in her hands. She looks at the tube where sadness is waiting. And for the first time in her life, Joy does something she never thought she would do. She lets go of control. She calls down to sadness. "Come up," she says. "I need you." Sadness makes her way to headquarters. She walks slowly, nervously toward the console. Joy hands her the blue core memory. Joy steps aside. Sadness places the memory into the console. The screen lights up, and Riley, out in the real world, gets off the bus. We hear her feet hit the pavement. She runs back toward her parents. Her voice cracks as she says, "I miss Minnesota. I miss our old house. I miss our old team. I feel like I'm losing everything." And then her parents wrap their arms around her. Her mom says, "We miss it too." Her dad says, "We're here." The sadness doesn't disappear. It transforms. It becomes something new. A golden blue memory orb rises out of the console. Swirling yellow and blue together, joy and sadness, hand in hand. From that moment on, everything changes. The console at headquarters grows. New buttons appear. New emotions will come later. Anxiety, envy, embarrassment, ennui. But that's a different story. Riley grows up. She makes new friends. She falls back in love with hockey. She learns that feeling sad isn't weakness. It's honesty. It's courage. It's love. And somewhere in the fading glow of the memory dump, Bing Bong is gone. But the love he represented, the imagination, the play, the innocent joy of childhood, that lives on inside Riley forever. Inside Out reminds us that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to need help. And sometimes the saddest moments are the ones that teach us the most about who we are. So the next time you feel sad, don't push it away. Let it sit with you. Let it talk. Let it bring you closer to the people who love you. Because joy is great, but joy without sadness, that's not real. And real is what matters. If you enjoyed this audio recap, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Leave a comment letting me know which emotion runs your headquarters. I'll tell you mine. Sadness. But she's learning to dance with joy. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next recap. Fade out with soft, gentle piano music.